Welcome to the Pallid Mask. We're starting with Inspiring Presence. It's a skill, commits for a brain, a book, and a fist. It's innate. If the skill test is successful, ready an ally asset at your location and heal 1 damage or horror from it.
Have you ever looked at Beat Cop and thought this card is not good enough?
Yeah, this lets you use Beat Cop for free one time.
Yeah.
Yeah, being able to heal 1-1, like even off like Brother Xavier, or healing a damage off of whatever. Doesn't matter. Healing a damage off a guard dog.
But yeah,
like
no,
whatever.
This card's sick.
The card's pretty alright.
This is one of those silent workhorses.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You should play it in your blue decks to play allies, especially when you play Beat Cop.
Yep.
You should play Beat Cop in your blue decks. So there you go.
It's a bit unfortunate that like there's so many like it's like need this. I'm excited to see how it expands more. That's the whole set.
And like that's a little bit on us too. We try to play the best decks good decks instead of playing like theme decks.
That's I guess that's more on us. I'm with you.
I think we're at the point with the card pool where we could like construct some pretty solid theme decks if we want to. Next card.
Mono a mono.
Yeah, it's a Spirit Bold. 0 to play, 1 experience. Commits for a brain or a fist. Play only as your first action. This is the first card for this little theme that blue has where they get to do good things for going first. Or as the first action. Deal 1 damage to an enemy engaged with you. This action does not provoke attacks or opportunities. You just get to punch him, as the art suggests.
Yeah, have you ever wanted to punch Cthulhu in the face?
With no repercussions.
Yeah.
No repercussions.
No, I mean, like...
This card will let you do that.
This card is pretty good. It's just a damage.
Yeah, sometimes you draw a pesky cultist for your turn, and you're like...
Oh, off to
first rule of Fight Club is...
Kill the coldest.
Yeah,
you're like, I don't want to shoot him with my gun. Yeah. This guy's not worth a bullet.
Yeah, like the headcanon that Roland would get Sandy about spending his good bullets on.
And then even like just the Asphalov rule. Say you're fighting a big enemy and he has 1 left. You're like, it's okay. I'll just tank him for a turn. Yeah. And then literally punch him to death.
Mm-hmm. It's a pretty good card. Yeah. It is damage without a test, and that always has some value.
Your boy Calvin can also play it.
I wish it commit for 2 of the same symbol, as opposed to that.
Yeah, like this does make it a little more flexible, but realistically, you probably are just playing this for the damage.
Yeah. Once again, it goes through the whole thing. Like it's very good, and like it's very likely that you'll have that moment, but there could be times where like, oh, do I use my mono and mono right now?
So.
First aid level 3, 2 to play, cost 3 experience, comes for 2 brain. Use 4 supplies. If it has no supplies, you throw it away. As an action, you can spend a supply to heal 1 damage and 1 horror from an investigator or ally at your location. So when we did the Corsair review, first aid was garbage. Fully support that. This first aid though is so good.
Have you ever wished your Beat Cop was better? Because
this card is like priority upgrade for Carolyn Fern.
Yeah, 100%.
No, if you're playing
just so good.
Any kind of blue character where your main goal is not to just punch people into goo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like even if it is, really this card's not awful.
Yeah, even if it is, and you can spare the experience for your build.
Yeah, and like
this card is strong.
Once again, this card's got the magical double the same symbol.
But I feel like this one's much better spent played.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like the flexibility is there.
Yep.
Yes.
And the art's still just as gross as it was the first time.
Don't be a baby, Justin.
Well, look at it, it's all gross.
It's Arkham horror.
It's spooky.
I don't know. I don't like if you've got a hole.
If that was just if they just zoomed in the art and they were like, "This is a tentacle monster," you'd be like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool."
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But now it's spooky. Eureka! It's a skill. Commits for a brain, a book, and a foot. It's innate. If the skill test is successful, the investigator performing the skill deck test... Oh, I'm having a stroke. We've been talking a lot. Searches the top 3 cards of his or her deck for a card, draws it, and shuffles his or her deck. It's like a mini of the No Stone Unturned.
You know Resourceful?
Yeah.
This is like that.
Yeah.
But
yellow style.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with this reviewer down here. It's great for Min.
There's a weird red innate deck that you can build, and this is one of those innate skills that you're allowed to play sometimes.
This card's part of an almost cycle as well.
Wow, we're learning so much.
Yeah, there's like the blue one we just reviewed. There's this one. There's watch this for green and resourceful for red. Yeah. But purple doesn't get one.
Purple sucks! Just kidding.
I noticed that a lot actually. There's like a lot of like 4-card cycles.
It's because purple has to play a bunch of stupid like half-leveled things, so they get fewer different cards, right?
Yeah, this card's just pretty solid if like you're trying to dig for a certain card to make your deck work.
Even if you're not.
Yeah, just doing a skill test and then getting a reward for passing.
Yeah.
Seems
It's pretty
good.
alright.
Shortcut level 2. This is an event. Commits for a brain, a book, and a foot. Wow, 3 symbols. It's an insight and a tactic. Fast. Play only during your turn. Attach to location. Attach location gains. Lightning bolt. Exhaust shortcut. Move to a connecting location.
This one is also an insight, but I don't think it plays well with the insight tribal things because it doesn't ever really sit in your discard pile.
That's true.
Yeah, this card was one we were pretty hard on when it first came out. We were discussing it, and we were like, honestly, it's going to be better than normal shortcuts, not worth the 2 experience. But I've played with it. I noticed like yellow decks in general, unless you have your higher education and like a handful of other cards, you're usually in a pretty good spot. You got some experience to kind of use up on whatever, and this is not an unfair use of it.
Unless you're playing the insight tribal card, in which case base shortcut is better.
Yeah, like it is a little bit scenario dependent, but like in general, it's it'll make you several actions.
Yeah.
Like your team, it'll make you up several actions.
Especially if there's a nice central location. Just plop it down there and then...
Like I said, it's scenario dependent, but like sometimes, like it ranges from being good to like great. At worst, it's like, at its absolute worst, it's old shortcut that like costs you another resource. That costs you 1 resource, which like isn't bad.
No.
Yeah.
But like at best, just like it's 4 or 5 actions. It's
And I mean, like, committing for 3 different symbols is also a thing that's, like,
yeah, that's pretty
noticeable,
flexible.
right? It's less good than 2 of the same.
No,
Yeah,
this
but
like,
it also means it will probably never be a dead card in your
Yes.
Yep. This isn't a high priority upgrade at all, but it's a very solid experience. Like,
I feel like we gotta try it out, because I don't think anyone's played it.
I have.
In
I
like,
played it in our mine, Patrick and Bryn's done, which
okay.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly good.
Watch this! We're gonna review a card. It's called Watch This. Commits for a
Makes sense.
brain, a fist, and a foot. It's a gambit, like the X-Men. Commit only to a skill test you're performing. As an additional cost to commit, watch this to a skill test, spend up to 3 resources.
Man, okay, I've never seen a card like the art on this matches the name of the card so good. This guy's shooting 2 people and not looking at either of them. He's looking at you, who he's telling to watch this.
If you succeed, like this guy hopefully does, by 1 or more, gain twice that many resources. And the flavor text just says, show off.
Yeah, the best part about this card is that the guy in the art looks like Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's pretty alright.
I love how he's shooting 2 people. He's not looking at either of them.
Yeah, like if I believe anyone could shoot 2 people without looking at them and hit both of
It'd be
them,
Keanu
it would be
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I've played this card, and
Failing sucks.
failing sucks. So
Don't do that.
I don't think it's that great.
I think it depends how much you want the money.
Yeah.
As green, it's probably not that much.
Yeah, you know.
Or at the
You
very
know?
least, like if you want money that badly, you got many better ways.
There
to
are
come
other
up with
ways. Yeah, this one is a level 0 though.
Mm-hmm.
Has 3 symbols, and they're all relevant ones.
Yeah, and you don't even have to succeed by 2 or more.
Yeah, 1 or more. This one's...
You just like have to not completely.
Okay, so I think this is a card where I would generally, if I'm trying to win, this card's gonna sit in my binder. But if I'm playing with people for fun who haven't played the game before, and I'm like, yeah, I can play some
And
like
you're jumping out of the
yeah,
window,
I'd be like,
shooting
yeah,
too.
I'll play this.
Yeah,
card.
watch this,
is sick.
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Do 3,
right?
draw the auto fail, and you're like, sick. Yeah.
Got a good game.
Competitively, I'm with Travis. It's a fun card, but if you want to win, there's better options.
Yeah.
For everything, skill symbols, and then what the text does.
Yeah, like as an economy card, it's not that powerful because it is very unreliable. As a skill card, it is not very good because it doesn't discard for more than 1 icon.
As an art,
As an art.
it's top
Flavor.
flavor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Next card, the 41 Derringer, level 2. 3 to play, commits for a punch and a foot, uses 3 ammo. This is an item, weapon, firearm, illicit. As an action, you spend ammo fight, you get +2 punch fist attack. If you succeed by 1 or more, this attack deals +1 damage. Once per turn, if you succeed by 3 or more, you may take an additional action this turn. It takes up 1 hand slot. This is like one of the 2 actual weapons that like Green Goon has for support.
There's like a couple of actual weapons.
There's like Switchblade in this
The
one.
brass knuckles are not one of them.
Yeah. No, I mean like for your bread and butter weapons, like this one like the level 2 Switchblade, kind of the alligatory to like machete.
Yeah. No, level 2 switchblade is sick.
Yeah.
This one is
This is pretty good.
like if you're playing the succeed by 2 or more archetype, then I think this card becomes quite good. It's one of the payoff cards for that has a payoff that you actually care about. That isn't just like deal one more damage.
Yeah, it seems.
I think that in general, this card's pretty good if you're a green character who wants to fight, because you've probably bought your Streetwise already, and it's pretty easy to get enough with Streetwise. Oh no, Streetwise doesn't do that.
Streetwise does not do that. No, Streetwise.
Yeah, no wonder we don't play green fighting characters.
Yeah, like there's just.
Yeah, like
Yeah, no,
green is like a color that can fight, but
Not good.
maybe shouldn't mostly.
No, this is like the 45 or like the machete for green. It's
pretty okay.
purple cards.
Yeah,
If you get that extra action.
feels nice.
Yeah.
You're only gonna remember that though, and not the times you don't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Torment of Power. It's a wild skill.
Yeah.
Practice. As
Yeah.
additional cost.
Keep reading.
As additional cost to commit Torment of Power to a skill test spent with 3 charges from among assets you control. For each charge spent this way, it gains Brain and Wild.
This
Yeah.
card is so good.
Yeah, so like Unexpected Courage who? Guts what?
Yeah. Like
Fuck
you
those
just
cards.
you
They're
got
not-
like
they got
garbage.
shit.
You got garbage spells that don't do anything. You're like, I'll just pump them and you have +7 to this brain
Yeah.
test. You think I care game?
Yeah, maybe you're carrying around like that skull and you're worshiping the skull with the blood of your enemies. And then you're like, I need to pass this test badly.
This skull does
The
charges.
skull uses
Yep.
charges.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like off your, it can like Scrying's worth 3 charges for that.
Alchemical
Like,
transmutation.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
this,
you can
this
be
is
like,
so
instead of turning
so
poop
good.
into gold, I'm just gonna blow this guy the hell up.
Yeah, this card's amazing skill card. If you're playing a permanent based purple deck or any Akachi deck, you should have both copies of this in your deck for sure. This is one of the better purple cards this cycle.
I agree.
Wow. I know in the first video I said purple cards were a little bit dirt in this cycle, but getting towards the end, they're like, some of them are really good.
Well, that's how purple works.
Including
Yeah,
probably my
purple
favorite.
gets better towards
Yeah,
the end.
purple doesn't care about foreplay. They're just here to fuck.
This card's still pretty bad though.
Scrying 1. 3 experience, commits for 2 books. It's an asset. It's a spell. 3 charges. Exhaust it and spend 1 charge. Look at the top 3 cards of any investigator's deck or the encounter deck. Return them to the top of that deck in any order. If a terror or omen card is among the looked at cards, take 1 horror.
So sometimes, you're playing with a Finn Edwards, who's like, if I draw a certain card out of my deck, I die.
You know, I have been there. I can relate.
Yeah. In that case, I think this card is pretty okay.
Yeah, no, it's a niche, but I don't think it's one
Yeah.
that you need filled very often. It's solid and catchy. Other than that, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, like if you are playing with 3 players,
But-
you can use it to like.
Even in a catchy, like,
Yeah.
even in a catchy, you much rather be spending your experience on other things.
Yeah,
This
like
one,
being purple means that you can do all kinds of things with experience.
this card's significantly stronger in solo play as well, because you can just keep shuffling away cards you don't want. Multiplayer does also have niches where, like,
Yeah, you get to pick what everyone draws.
yeah, you can be like, yeah, I'll take that Ancient Evil so I can Warrior Protection it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having
Something
a
like that.
stroke.
What's wrong?
I
with you?
literally can't see the difference between these 2 cards.
Okay, so this one costs 3 experience. It gives you an extra book. If it's a Terror or Omen card, you get to take a horror, and the ability is triggered, not an action.
That's what I'm missing. This thing. Okay, that makes it a lot. I was like, am I? This one just adds a penalty. I'm like, am I going crazy? Yes, I am going crazy.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Then yes, that's a lot better. But still not the greatest. But like very niche if you need to control deck flow.
Yep. The same thing that we've brought up before. It commits for 2 book symbols, which is probably like the worst 2 symbols you can commit for.
Yeah.
But like it is
Yeah.
a point in its favor.
Yeah. Oh god. That was a
Off to the red cards.
Waylay. Yeah,
This
you
one's
go,
got
Wendy.
Wendy in the art. Yeah.
So it's 3. It's an event. Commits for 2.
She gave that guy
feet,
some
so it's a
bone.
manual dexterity. It's a tactic. Choose an exhausted enemy, non-elite enemy at your location and test foot X where X is that enemy's evade value. If you succeed, defeat that enemy.
This card is pretty neat for Wendy as the art depicts what with it, allowing her to fight without using her fist.
Yeah, this also seems good for the new red girl.
Yes.
Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
Sorry, new red woman.
No, she's a girl, I think. She's like a high
Maybe
school
I mean like
student.
using.
Everyone's a
I
girl
wasn't-
to me.
I wasn't
I just
saying-
like.
I wasn't
unless they're
saying
my
Red
mom.
Woman before because like Red Woman is like a character from Game of Thrones, and I don't want the 2 confused. They probably won't be, but they might be for me.
I mean, I think this card's great. I also see a lot of, at least in multiplayer, like a lot of like once again some hoops to jump through, but it's a lot more doable.
Yeah, sometimes you get
this
to
has
run away
niche
from
decks.
an avian thrall and nobody
Yes,
had a gun
yeah.
or a spell.
Yep. This is a niche. This only fits into certain decks, but decks it fits into are very good. Like an investigator who has high foot, or at least someone available who can evade them or exhaust them somehow, and then you get to bonk them real good.
This also fits in Finn because he can play it as 5 random cards.
Yeah. It's also very good if you're.
You play 5 any color.
5 red and yellow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's just it costs 3, which is a lot, but like it being able to just kill something's pretty neat.
It's very good if you are playing the Dunwich Legacy. Because
you can
simply waylay
You can kill
the biggest bird.
And it's a tactic, so Mark Harrigan can play it. Wow!
Watch this, guys. He tries to like clip off of it. Mark, just shoot it.
just hit with your machete gun.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to play this one. It seems cool. Like it seems exciting.
It's good.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Next red card, Chance Encounter X to play. I think this might be the first X card that's been printed, or variable cost.
I know this card. Stand and fight.
That's actually what this card is called. It is called Stand and Fight.
Oh yeah, sure.
And it gets a Gandalf back.
Yeah. Commits for a brain or a book. Choose an ally as with printed resource cost X in any player's discard pile. Put the S in the player in your control. I wish this card was out when I could play it when I played the Red Man.
Yeah,
the Red Glove Man.
You know? Why isn't the other one the same with the Red Glove Man?
What do you mean?
Like there's like a 0 experience version that puts it into play till the end of the turn.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Right, like that's.
Yeah, but this means you get to. This can be from anyone's discard or something.
Yes, this can be from anyone's discard, and it keeps it in play forever.
This one costs 1.
Yeah, so the other one costs 1 to play, and returns it to play until the end of the turn. Or end of the round.
Oh, this one gets very permanently, but
yeah,
like
this one gives it to you forever. So this one's
you have
like,
to pay the cost.
man, remember when that B Cub was pretty cool? Yeah, all right, let's have that be again.
This guy's pretty neat.
Or like,
This card's pretty neat.
remember Guard Dog?
I mean, like
cool.
Stand and Fight from Lord of the Rings is an incredible card.
It's good.
This one's also good.
Yeah.
Because then what can happen is you can essentially play multiple Red Glove Mans too. Like everyone can. It's like, hey, Travis,
Like kind of, as long as not
maybe
at the same time.
maybe somebody's like, oh no, my Leo got killed, and you're like,
ha, he's my Leo now.
that's my Leo now.
Yeah, you can't play a Leo, idiot.
Yeah.
Like, no,
the other
I-
player's
my
like, that's
teammates
stupid,
are
and I
good.
hate you.
Yeah, that card's I mean, I'm excited to play that one more. When Charlie Kane comes out and he's the new meta, and we buy 3 copies of it so we can all play Charlie Kane, that'll be a good day.
Man, hopefully that one comes with vampire.
We're
enemies,
definitely
because-
doing that, by the way. We're playing an all Charlie Kane adventure, just so everybody knows.
It's a very different take on the Charlie's Angels archetype.
Yeah. Emergency cash supply, 0, but a 3 experience. Gain 4 resources, a place for supply tokens among assets controlled by investigators at your location, or any combination thereof. So I feel like that last little bit really makes the card good as opposed to, like not, because it's like if you had to pick or choose, it's like.
This one card or one character with this card really shines is Carolyn Fern.
Yeah.
You can just
load
be
up your
like,
first aid again.
more first aid, please.
Yeah.
I feel like this card's not for don't just put this in your deck because
No, this is a pretty niche upgrade.
If you are playing the Big Game Hunter blue deck, and you have Venturers and your guns already, and you have like every other piece that you need, this could be okay. Because you can use it to load supply tokens onto your Venturer, and then the Venturer can load bullets into your gun.
That's quite the hoop.
Which is, like, it's a little bit of work, and you probably needed to play an emergency cache to play both of your big gun and your Venturer, but hey, maybe it works.
Yeah, so if you're a supply deck, put this in, but you don't need, like, basic emergency cache will work for most people.
You could use this to have remembered to buy extra batteries for your flashlight.
Oh, that's true.
Amazing.
At the
Good thing I bought 3 flashlights worth of flashlights.
It's like, we're on like fucking scenario 5. You think you can maybe investigate better? And you're like, no.
When you say you're gonna burn the batteries out, and you like goes out. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, that's the Pallid Mask. See you guys in the next one.